Guys, I'm Himanshu Sharma, and in this video we will discuss about CSS units. Okay, so very first I have created a div with some sample text, say hello, and also place some style to make this div appear like this. Okay, so basically there are two types of length units. So more specifically, we are discussing today length units. Okay, so there are two types of units, absolute and relative. So these are some absolute units. So some of them you are already familiar with, uh, but these are some units you should be aware of. Okay, so very first unit is centimeter. So let's say 1 centimeter. Okay, so now height of this section is 1 centimeter, and probably you already know 1 centimeter. So on this scale, this is 1 centimeter from 0 to 1. Okay, so 1 centimeter. Okay, let's make this 100 pixel. Okay, okay, let's 300 pixel. So now 1 centimeter is 1 unit. Another unit is millimeter. Okay, same as centimeter. You can calculate uh, millimeter with the help of centimeter. So this is another unit. Next unit is inch, and inch is represented by in. So inch is basically something from this point to this point. Okay, this is 1 inch. Let me draw. So this is, come on, yes, this is 1 inch. Okay, so this is 1 inch. Now another unit is pixel. I think already know about this because this is the most common used unit in CSS. So 1 pixel is basically depends on your screen resolution, and at my screen it is something this much wide, and let's say 10 pixel. So this is another unit. Next unit is pt, which is point, and 1 point is basically uh, 72 72 part of 1 inch. Okay, so basically it is uh, 1 by 72 of 1 inch. Okay, so this is 1 point. Okay, next is pc, and pc is 12 times of point, which means 1 point, sorry, 1 pc equals 12 point. Okay, so these are all absolute units. So now let's talk about relative units. So there are many units, and the list of some of them is this: em, rem, vw, vh, vmin, vmax, and percent. Okay, so we will go through one by one with the help of code. So very first unit is em. Okay, so em basically means the height of your font. Okay, height of your current font. So current font size is 20 pixel. So now the height of one em, which simply means 20 pixel. Okay, uh, if you are uh, doing this 2 em, which means 40 pixel. Okay, to prove this point, let's say 40 pixel, and it will not change because 40 pixel means 2 em, and 20 pixel means 1 am 1 em, sorry. Okay, Next unit is REM, which is almost similar to EM. Okay, the only difference is uh, REM basically refers to the font size of its parent. Okay, this is the font size of div, and div is the child of body, and the font size of body is 50 pixel. So when you say 1 REM, which means 50 pixel. Okay, so R for root, uh, and EM basically means the font size of root. REM means font size of a root. So 1 REM basically means 50 pixel, and when you say 2 REM, which means 100 pixel, because 50 plus 50 is 100. Okay, next is uh, next unit is VW and VH. Okay, so these units are basically depends on your viewport. So as you already know, uh, this is your viewport, the visible area on browser on which your content is visible. It is called viewport, and this is the height of your viewport, and this is your width of your viewport horizontally. So what is VH and VW units? So VH simply means 1% of your viewport height. Okay, when you say 1 VH, then it means 1% of your viewport height. uh, if you increase your viewport height, you can say it is also increasing or decreasing. Okay, so let's say it is 50 VH, so now it is 50% of your viewport height. Okay, when you change it, it will also change. And similarly, another unit is VW, which means viewport width. So now this time 1 VW means 1% of your viewport width. Okay, so let's say 20 VW. So when you increase or decrease your viewport height width, it will automatically change. Okay, okay, next units are vmin and vmax. So simply means, okay, let's make it bigger, let's say 60 VW. Next unit is vmin and vmax. So this is your viewport, and it has two dimensions. One is its height, and second is your width. And smaller is, in this case, smaller dimension is your height. Okay, so vmin simply means the smaller dimension of your viewport. Okay, so when I say vmin, so then in our case it is height. Vmin means its height, because height is the smaller dimension. So it will be the 50% of your minimum dimension. Okay, so in our case it is height, so it is saying that 50% of your height. Okay, viewport height. Similarly, uh, vmax. Okay, vmax is the maximum dimension of your viewport. So when I say 60% of vmax, that means in our case, because width is the maximum bigger dimension, so it will take width as vmax, and 60% of your viewport width. Okay, so when you increase or decrease it, it will automatically uh, change according to the height and width of viewport height width. Okay, next and last unit is percentage. So percent, you already familiar with. So it is basically refers to its parent element, and height is 50%, which means it is the 50% of 200 pixel. Okay, so when you say 100%, that means uh, it is covering all 200 pixels of its parent. Okay, so I hope you understand all these length units in CSS. Okay, thank you for watching the video. Bye.